Good night.
Tell me when you're recording.
I'm recording.
All right, basically, I guess Redemption Song's quite a big difference in styles from your all's previous bands. So maybe kind of describe how you came to this conclusion of this sound. Did it just work its way out, or?
We got tired of being serious. That's pretty much it. We got tired of, everything's gotta be so cool.
I think that like it sounds like a little bit original, but we didn't mean it to be. We were like totally trying to sound like everybody else, but it just didn't work out. I mean, seriously, we were like kind of like, what would Saves the Day do here? Or what would so-and-so do here? But I'm not that good, so it kind of sounds like us.
I think that had a lot to do with it, because they were already, while I was still in Five Star Theory, they were playing together, just like they'd written like 2 songs, and I just kept hearing that Nathan and Jeremy started a band that sounds like Saves the Day, and I was like, that's so weird that they're doing that. And then, whenever they asked me to sing later on, you know, I can't sing like Saves the Day, so my vocals made it kind of like that kind of style with hardcore kind of vocals.
They just needed a bass player, so I played bass. So, obviously with the name Redemption Song and the little Jamaica strike, does everyone have a Bob Marley influence here?
No.
No?
Bob Marley's awesome.
I think Bob Marley's pretty cool. Like,
I don't like Bob Marley though.
We all smoke pot and stuff.
I don't like his philosophy.
That's a joke, we'll put that.
It's a complete joke.
I don't like his philosophy by any means, but I thought the name Redemption Song was cool. Man, that fucking stinks
Yes,
so
it does.
bad.
We'll try not to put that in the transcript either.
I think it was just like, well, we went around and around on names forever, and so
We decided at Hacienda one time.
yeah, it was
We used to meet every Thursday because I had surgery on my hand and we couldn't practice. So we just meet every Thursday and hang out and try to figure out a name.
And then it seemed like, I mean, you know, we haven't really thought of like a Christian kind of meaning for it, but you know, redemption, you could apply that to that, and it wasn't like so serious and you know, hardcore sounding, because we didn't want to be just thrown in with every other hardcore band. So,
Well, as compliments, you all did a good job. You played one of their shows. You had good crowd response at that show.
Yeah, I mean, we've only played 2, and every show it's been like 90% of the crowd's been our friends. So it's like just cool right now. We haven't been really put through the fire, so to speak, in front of an audience yet that, you know what I mean, that we really have to win over. Like pretty much everybody here that tonight was just here to have fun, and if we suck, they were still going to jump around anyway.
It's also really different playing songs that nobody's familiar with again.
Yeah.
And so everybody's just kind of, yeah, I'm trying to get in. Oh, wait a second. You know?
Yeah.
They're not real familiar with our stuff, so.
That's kind of how I felt. I was like, man, this is really good, but I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So you just kind of sit back and watch.
I think after a couple months, if people keep buying the demo and they kind of get to know the song, so
They seem catchy.
they're pretty catchy songs, and pretty much everything in it is like fairly simple, so it's easy to catch on to.
Now, do you all write as a group, or do you all do independent riffs and bring it together? How
We write as a
We're gonna
group.
set. Usually, like Nathan will come up with some kind of riff he sounds cool, and then we'll just build on top of it all together.
That'd probably be the majority of the time.
That's the easiest
But
thing.
it's definitely a group effort.
And Ryan, you write all the lyrics, I guess?
Yeah, well, Nathan wrote like one part on one song. Yeah, besides that.
I try to kind of stay away from lyric writing, just because I feel like, for me personally, when I write lyrics, like I feel like the Lord wants me to write a certain way, and which is great. I'm not by any means turned away from that, but it's like I can write my own songs, you know, I can write my own lyrics, my own poetry, but for this band, I wanted to kind of leave it up to Ryan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was giving me lots of suggestions on stuff that make it sound a little bit cooler.
Kevin's more of our like serious kind of guy when it comes to lyrics.
What are most of the songs about? I'm just kind of looking at the lyrics and the CD. It's
About Ryan's
Ryan's
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Not really.
Every song is about
Every
Ryan's
song
girlfriend.
is about Ryan's girlfriend.
Yeah, there's a couple about my girlfriend, like living 100 miles away and stuff like that. It's just like, you know, love song kind of things, about like punk rock girl songs. One song is kind of like the song Vietnam is like really broad. It doesn't have like a real specific meaning. It's just kind of it could be applied to a lot of stuff, really. Like, when I write lyrics, I'm not always thinking of a specific thing. I just kind of, they're usually pretty broad where you can apply them to lots of stuff. And just mainly looking for lines that I think sound cool and catchy. You know, I mean, I want it to have meaning, but it's not, they're not all like super deep. The song Wish You Knew is about, yeah, I read this guy who started emailing my girlfriend like over and over and harassing, saying like horrible stuff that I wouldn't repeat. And so I started emailing him, you know, saying, I mean, I was very Christian about it, just like, that's not cool. He started saying bad stuff to
Christian,
me.
you mean you're a Christian?
And then finally I'd had enough of it and trying to be, it was real hard to, you know, read the stuff he was saying and not be offended and upset by it, so I cut it off after that.
We're gonna go video some college, man. I got just a couple more questions. I know you said that as far as lyric-wise, the lyrics aren't meant to be necessarily about Christ, but the band's still considered a ministry.
Yeah.
As far as your lives and.
There are so many bands that are out there and they're like, well, we're a Christian band, and then there's some bands out there who are saying, oh, well, we're not a Christian band. Well, our lyrics, I don't think anybody's going to get saved by reading our lyrics. I'll be honest about that. But for us to say we're not a Christian band, well, of course we're a Christian band. You know, we're all four Christians, so we have to be. You know what I mean? Christ is, you know, I'm a Christian husband. I'm a guitar player in a Christian band. When I cook dinner, I'm a Christian cook. You know what I mean? Jesus has changed my life, so everything I do, you know, it's supposed to be for Christ. I wish I could honestly say that everything was, but in the deepest recesses of my heart, I really want everything to glorify God, and I know everybody else here does too.
When I'm writing lyrics, like, if you know what I'm meaning when I'm writing them, you would see more stuff about God. Like, none of the songs say like Jesus, and that's not because I want to stay away from that. It's just because I want to write some songs that are, you know, worship and praise oriented or whatever. But like so far, I haven't been inspired and really felt like super led with anything from God, and I'm not going to just force it. But at the same time, you know, we're not trying to be like, we're not a Christian band.
We're definitely not trying to obscure our faith by
No.
Like,
and I think just by our lives, and people are going to see the love through us, and we're not, you know, I feel led to let people know and say stuff on stage, at least something. So.
That was well spoken. I like the way y'all responded to that, because a lot of people dance around that question. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, just with, like, anything we would release, if we're going to have a section where we thank people in it or whatever, I mean, Jesus is going to be first and foremost in that. I don't understand guys who are Christians who, like, they release something and they don't give God the glory. You know, even if nothing in the song is specifically about Christ or whatnot, you know, but you got to give God the glory, and in a way, everything's about Christ, you know. If Ryan's going to write songs about him and his girlfriend, well, hopefully Ryan being a Christian and Aaron being a Christian, Jesus is going to be in the center of that relationship, you know.
Well, has it got any closing remarks or anything?
Jeremy's getting married.
Yeah. Cool.
We want to make sure you put that we congratulate Jeremy on getting engaged.
All right, we will.
So. I'm getting married.
Are you?
Like 5 or 6 years or something.
Yeah, I'm getting married too. I haven't met her yet.
I don't know exactly to who yet, but
we got to get the thing.
I'm married. I'll probably have sex tonight.
Oh, shut up. All right. Kevin, are you celibate?
Am I celibate?
Yeah, are you called to being single the rest of your life?
I don't know. You'd have to be a very unique, weird, no, very special person.
I'm sure what he's trying to say, it has to be from God.
Cool. Well, guys, thanks.
I
appreciate it.
You had to come down and play it.